The miracle question. There is a counselling approach called solution-focused therapy, and one of the techniques that they use in this counselling approach is called the miracle question. And I sometimes accidentally say the golden question and I always get it wrong, but it is the miracle question that you could ask yourself, and you could maybe do some writing about. I would suggest some writing about this would be a really good thing to do. Artwork would be fine, but writing can really help bring up some thoughts, especially free writing. Did you watch my video about free writing? You could go find that after this. So free writing would help you get some thoughts out of the way, blah, 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 let your subconscious rise to the surface a little, and find maybe some surprising thoughts to the miracle question. And here is the question. If you woke up tomorrow and the problems that you're dealing with today were completely and magically gone, disappeared, but you didn't know it yet, how would you know? What would you see that was different? How would you act differently? How would other people act differently? How would you know that this miracle had occurred? So if depression is your problem, if you woke up tomorrow and your depression was all gone, how would you know the depression was gone? What would you do differently? How would you feel differently? What else would change around you? How would others respond differently? What would you do differently? That would let you know that the miracle had occurred. If anxiety is your problem, and you woke up tomorrow and anxiety was completely gone, how would you know that it was gone? This is why I think some writing would be really helpful, because you might want to think through a few things. You might find some really interesting stuff from answering that question. This would be a great question for you to talk with some friends about, a good close friend, or your counsellor, or your online art therapist. It'd be a great discussion to have. They might ask some interesting questions to help you think through it a bit more. I think it's a good question, the miracle question from Solution Focused Therapy. Give it a try. Now, I'm just going to try and talk a little bit longer because I've only been 2.5 minutes, and they say 3 minutes is better today. It's an interesting question because it makes you think from a different perspective than you currently do. We're often thinking about how we're feeling and all the bad and all the negative, and the miracle question gets you to think about what is actually different in the world that you want, in the solution that you want. How is that actually different from your life now? And maybe some of those things that you might do differently, you could actually choose to do differently. And maybe that will help the problem to go away. Things are never that simple. I am not suggesting that that's all you have to do and the rest you're just making a mountain out of a molehill because blah, blah, blah. That's not what I'm suggesting. Just think about it in a different way. That's part of the way that art therapy is different. And I've just noticed that I dropped my microphone. I don't know when, and I don't know how well the sound has gone. We'll have to check that and see. Okay, I hope that's helpful. This is Dion from After the Rain Arts Therapy. Bye-bye.